So one thing that's kind of crazy is Tesla, look at this paint, it's in bad shape. And that's especially terrible because these cars don't even last that long. At least that's what people keep telling me, but I think that might not be true. I'm Brian. Welcome to my Tesla weekend. So I met this gentleman, Pete, here. Pete's from Michigan, and this is his car. Pete, is this just rocks? Is this just road debris?
It's the original owner primarily.
It's the original owner. You got to really blame it on that guy. I hear he is a real piece of work.
No.
So this car has been on the road a little bit, and again, these cars don't last. How many miles you got?
315,000.
315,000 miles on this Model S. What year is it?
2014.
2014.
The last pre-autopilot.
Oh, yes. Yes, these are just...
I'm going to blink you because of my...
Yeah. So it is the real deal. 314,000 miles. Now, of course, you can say, yeah, any car can be kept alive long enough if you just keep replacing all the battery every 50,000 miles. Because I don't know if you know this, but they say batteries only last, I've heard numbers as low as 5 years because people lie.
Like your cell phone, right?
Right. 315,000 miles. You said 9 years?
Yeah, it's 9 years old. I'm not the original owner, as I said. But it is the original battery. It's been rebuilt twice.
It is the original battery. It's been rebuilt twice.
It's been rebuilt twice.
How do you rebuild a battery?
It gets shipped back to Fremont,
and they
rebuild it.
They rebuild it.
So that was last performed 2017, and I'm hopeful that it has all the latest engineering updates on it. So. And
really, 2013, 14 was still very early days for these cars.
Yeah, it is.
And you've got the battery management software, the battery chemistry, all of the battery technology has changed pretty radically since then. Because this is before the Model 3 was much more than a glimmer in Franz's eyes. Those two battery rebuilds under warranty?
Yes.
Under warranty. And, as with any car, if you keep it clean and tidy, it's going to look nice for as long as you want it to look nice. 315,000 miles. It is pretty spectacular. And I got to say, it's still beautiful. Some people don't like the older front nose cone there. I like it. I like them both.
And I like chrome too. So I like the chrome.
And you like the chrome. And just styling wise, it's just such a pretty car. Do you have any thoughts about it we should share?
Well, I'm completely out of warranty on everything now, so my only thought is I hope nothing expensive breaks.
No, yeah, it would be. But like any car, we were talking a minute ago.
It's got 350,000 miles on it.
Right.
I've replaced the brakes and suspension bars and things.
Yeah.
But the original battery, the drive unit was replaced recently, which there's a known issue with those. Hopefully, now that's a new warranty on the drive unit, 50,000 miles. So.
We were talking a bit ago about the cost of repairing any premium car. And I don't know if you know, but like suspension, if you just want to replace the airbags on a Mercedes, it's 10 grand if you go all the way around.
Yeah.
Which is why you'll find a lot of Mercedes from 2014 have no residual value. Negative almost.
Until Tesla started lowering the price of new cars, this car was still worth more than I paid for it.
Yeah. And yeah.
Even with all the miles.
But
then the prices came down and the warranty expired, so not anymore. But still, very nice car.
Yeah. Where do you mostly charge?
At home and at work.
At home and at work mostly. So mostly you're being nice and gentle on the battery with the level.
Oh no, it's seen 30% is supercharging probably.
30%?
30%.
Yeah.
You can't do 100 miles a day and not see supercharging. That's averaging 100 miles a day.
Averaging.
So some days they're several hundred miles.
What's the farthest you've gone?
The Grand Canyon.
I've heard of it. I hear it's quite large.
Yes, it is.
It's a treasure. It's just so far from the interstate.
It is a long ways.
It is a bit out there.
Yeah, we went to visit her friend in Arizona.
Yeah. I went to visit my sister in Arizona. Mm-hmm. It's and now I have other family there too. But
yeah,
it's lovely.
Yeah.
If a bit oppressive in the summer.
Yeah. So if the original owner's name was Donnie, if you see it if you see it on YouTube, this is the old car.
Is it, Donnie? Yeah. It's wonderful. Well, Pete, I do want to thank you.
The other great thing is that this is a rear-wheel drive old car.
Yeah.
It has a huge trunk, a front trunk.
A huge trunk. So the front is big. So this is rear-wheel drive.
Yeah, rear-wheel drive only, and it doesn't have two motors, so it has a huge, huge trunk,
huge
and big enough for a cooler, and there's even space behind there too. But
yeah, that's great. So if somebody tries to tell you that EV batteries don't last, the warranty by law is 8 years, 100,000 miles on any new electric drivetrain, and they're not going to die the day it's over. Otherwise, what's the point? With average failure modes, they'd end up replacing half of them just before the warranty expires. So I guess in the comments, I would say, if you had questions, if you had comments for us, the owner of a 315,000 mile Model S, what would they be? What did we miss? What did we misunderstand? Thanks.
How many times have the door handles been replaced,
How many?
et cetera, et cetera?
Oh, there you go.
I replaced one.
One.
The original owner replaced a couple and did one or two himself, I think.
Yeah, and
as they get revised, they're better.
They're
you don't really have to
simpler.
replace them, so.
I saw a video with a guy, I think he used to work there, who showed different iterations.
Super Fast Matt.
Is that who it was?
Awesome video.
Super Fast Matt.
Great
Maybe
video.
I'll pop that up on the screen right now.
The door handle is normally flush with the body of the car. When you approach your car with your key in your pocket, the car tells the door handle to present itself. Then you pull the handle, and that sends a signal to the electronic latch to release the door. There's not a lot of space in the door between the handle and the glass, so it's all packaged pretty tight. The handle is on a 4-bar linkage. This keeps the handle mostly parallel to the outside of the car, though it does move in a bit of an arc, which is why it's shaped like this. Now, to actually move the door handle, a gear motor is used. This thing is geared way down with planetary gear, so it spins super slow. The gear rotates a little arm that pushes against the linkage, which moves the handle out. The gear doesn't directly move on the handle. The gear-driven arm and the linkage are separate. Why is this? Well, if a high-torque gear motor were to move the linkage itself, it would crush your fingers. The handle actually returns home with the force of a spring, so you can stick your fingers in there and it won't chop your digits off.
But they were so complicated, and they just found ways to keep making them simpler and simpler.
Yeah, it went from having half a dozen micro switches and a big complicated wiring harness to a magnetic sensor and a magnet that's glued onto the mechanism.
So easy. So easy.
Better.
So, yeah. Do you want to thank you for your time, Pete?
Thanks.
Yeah.